Won't work. David the Dictator is unavailable. David the Dictator. He's a dictator. Dictator. He's a dictator. David the Dictator. Okay. Well, he's not coming on. Okay. We are gonna do this. Let's just go to a break.
You're gonna love it, like a fish in a hurricane.
8005. Employees of J.D. Mellberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Hello, this is...
Okay. We are going to go to our next guest. He is going to join us live here in just a few seconds. We are going to be having a fantastic, fantastic guest with us today. And we go to the old skip Skype. Yes, the old Skype-a-rooney. And we have got Kirk Reed with us. Kirk, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in Toronto, Canada, although I'm American. And I'm in a few bands now, but my main one is obviously the Reed Effect, and we're pushing. I'm a full-time musician. I teach as well. I work with kids or whoever wants lessons. So it's all music all the time, whether I'm teaching or performing. I'm in a cover band too that I make more money doing that than the Reed Effect, at least for now. Yeah.
That always seems to be the case. The cover bands make more than the original music. I don't know why that is.
Yeah. No, I know. It's tough. And I mean, I get it to a point. People want to hear songs that they know and stuff, and trying to sell your original music, it takes a while to kind of penetrate people's consciousness so they can start to remember the songs.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to do it. I'm very passionate about it.
I'm still going to do it. That's awesome. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going up that hill, baby. Well, you know what I always find so strange, and it's not really strange, it's actually kind of a cool deal, that musicians who have original music or have original dealings or whatever it is, they always find a way to market their stuff. Like there's he's actually an Elvis impersonator, but his name is Joseph Hall, and he's been on America's Got Talent and all these things, and he's an Elvis impersonator. And what he does is he gets people as they go into the theater. He's selling you, Joseph Hall is Elvis, all this stuff. And then when you come out of the theater, it's all Joseph Hall stuff, T-shirts, the whole 9 yards. And so there's got to be a way to get people to buy your original stuff or get your stuff. I've seen bands who will do, 90% covers, and then they work in 3 or 4 of their originals, and the CDs they have available are only their originals.
Right, yeah.
So.
Yeah, a lot of people go that way too. I haven't gone, I'm the other side, like the Reed Effect. We have one cover. We usually do one cover, and the rest is originals. But with the cover band, it's all covers, right?
Yeah.
And I do my solo thing too, and it's all the covers, and it's fun. It's a different world though, and we have CDs for sale and shirts as well. Actually, I just picked up new ones yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like kind of and I think it's the most lucrative time really for bands is like when you're like you were just talking about your friend, when you're selling merch. That's I think a big part of, and tickets too. That's really where you can cash in, and if you can get enough fans, you turn enough people onto what you do, you can, it's almost like a traveling vending machine in a way. You have merch, you perform your songs, and if people like you, hopefully if they have a few bucks, they'll buy the merch, and that's the hope. I mean, that's the investment. And I have a lot of musician friends that are strictly just in the cover world, and it's a different. I'm in both kind of.
Yeah.
Because I gotta eat, I gotta make money, and I want to play music. That's what I do. It's clear, I'm good at it, and I suck. I'm saying that with humility because I suck at a lot of other stuff. Music seems to be what I do, so I want to do it all the time, so that'll include the cover band. But I'm the ideal was it would be to get their Reed effect, for example, to be somewhat self-sufficient.
Yes.
In a little bit of way.
And that would be, I would think the goal is to be able to make everything, self-sufficient. So I think that's awesome.
I know. And there has to be some cash coming in, and that requires, connecting with your audience and trying to, build a relationship with them, garnishing fans, playing live as much as we can. Actually, we're going on tour tomorrow to the States. Where are you from?
I am based, of all places, in Kansas.
Oh, really? Nice, cool. I said, I'm actually American. I was born and raised in Rhode Island and Connecticut.
What's funny about that is we are live today on a station in Rhode Island called 990 WBOB today. So.
Oh yeah, cool.
I think that's awesome that you're originally from Rhode Island, or
I know. Yeah, no, it's great. Providence, that's where I was born.
So, who are some of your musical heroes and influences?
I'd say the biggest influence that has had the biggest impact on me from a musical perspective is Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, and I know that's not the most original. Many people adore him, but like when I saw the song "Remains the Same" as a teenager, the movie of Led Zeppelin, I was already a fan. But when I saw that, and I saw the way he played and the way he was like, the guitar was kind of like just an extension of him. The way he performed, the way he played was like, I'm like, this guy is amazing. I have to do it. So I started like that day.
I have to do it. That's awesome.
I have to do it. I'm still going to do it. That's the theme for the day. So that I'd say that's the biggest. Obviously, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into like the classic rock world. I want to listen and embrace all kinds of music, including newer ones. But I'd say that he's the biggest. Hendrix, of course. Again, another classic rock. The Doors. But the older I get, I listen to more and more jazz. Actually, I have jazz kind of on in the background. And that's mostly, I'm a rocker, of course. If you listen to the Reed Effect, it's a rock and roll band. But I'd say we have our kind of own take on it. It's original, But I love the 90s grunge. Soundgarden is a huge, I love that stuff. Alice in Chains. Rage Against the Machine, who I saw just a couple weeks ago here in Hamilton. But jazz as well. I love the old big band stuff. The last few years, actually, I probably listen to jazz more than anything. We have a station up here in Toronto, Jazz FM, and that's what I have on in the background right now. Louis Armstrong.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We have got a great guest with us today. Kirk Reed joins us here on our big broadcast. So this tour that you're going to be going on, tell us a little bit about the tour.
It's actually a tour that's already set up. It's called the Extreme Tour. So we're leaving tomorrow. I have a dual citizenship, right? So I have a Canadian passport and American. So I want to kind of capitalize. But we're going to the States for 2 weeks. So we're going to Philadelphia tomorrow night. Not performing till, I guess, Tuesday. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Norfolk, Virginia. I think that's as far south. But we're going for 2 weeks. So it's not like a regular type tour. It's been around for years. It's called the Extreme Tour, but it goes all through the States. It's in England, Europe too. But it's a charitable type tour. And they cover all our food, all our lodging, everything's all taken care of, but we do have to cover our gas. But the thing is, we're going to be selling merch. We're just talking about merch. That's why I got the shirts. I just got them like yesterday, just in time. So hopefully, and that'll, the merch I sell will cover all the gas. So it'll basically be a free road trip, and who knows, maybe a bit of a profit on the way back. But it's a charitable thing. They want to bring a free. There's like 7 other bands on the. It's like an outdoor festival kind of thing that travels from city to city.
That's awesome.
And so it's bringing a free concert outdoor, and it's all ages as well, to people that may not be able to afford, to go to a concert. So we want to bring it to everybody. So it's a compassion. It's again like a charitable type thing. And I don't know if you know all my story, but my brother, Chris, who was on this album, of course, he played bass and sang all the backup, and he was actually in the last video that I released in 1973. He unfortunately passed away like just over a year ago, right when we finished the album too, man. It's crazy. And if I could be honest, he actually took his life, and so it was, and he was the closest person in my life. So the biggest moment of my life. It's huge, right?
Yeah.
But now I think in this charity type tour, they reached out to us. Usually you have to, when you're applying for tours, bands, you usually have to pay like 50, 60 bucks. But there was an A&R rep that reached out to us, and it all worked out. But my life path is, of course, music. But I think through my music, I can bring some encouragement and hope to others. I can tell that's my job now, man. That I'm going to rock out, entertain, but I'm also going to try to bring, I've been through the pit of hell, man. So having kind of gone through that, and I think I and my family, and my partner, Veronica, who's coming on tour, actually. She sings backup in the band now, because Chris isn't here, of course. So, yeah, I think it almost takes the heartache away if I'm kind of helping someone else. If I can, and I'm in a somewhat unique position now where I can empathize with others that are going through hard times. And I don't want to go approach it like as a martyr or anything like that. There's no false humility. I don't want to, that's not my jam at all, man. I think there's some people that try to act as if they're doing so much, and then it's a big show and production, and that's not the approach at all. But my heart broke. My love for Chris is still there, and I want to put it into something. So I want to kind of put it into kind of bringing some hope and encouragement to anyone who can use them. And the last couple of years have been insane, in the world with COVID and all that stuff. So I want to kind of lighten things up with humor and my music.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've got Kirk Reed with us today. Well, Kirk, thanks for making some time for us. Thanks for coming on and chatting with us. I really appreciated the conversation, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Definitely. Good luck with the tour, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, man.
Sounds good, brother.
Appreciate it. There he goes. That is Kirk Reed, and he is an interesting individual. We would definitely have to have more chats with him.